Moral progress. Moral reformers call upon a society to change its belief and practices to make moral progress. Making progress means moving closer toward what the relevant standard says is best. But first, the possibility of moral progress requires there to be some objective moral standard towards which a society can progress. This is exactly what relativism denies. Second, relativism says that a society's moral standards is what that society believes and practices. Thus, changing these things can never count as progress, for that would be to abandon the very practices required by that society's moral standard. Relativism precludes the very idea of a society making moral progress. The notion simply makes no sense. But this can't be right. This is not unintelligible to say that our society has made moral progress by coming to oppose racial discrimination. Even if the KKK members refuse to call this progress, he must still grant that claim makes sense so that she can argue against it. Since it does make sense to speak of a society making moral progress by becoming fairer, more just, or morally better, relativism is mistaken. Mistaken? Yeah, it's mistaken. Relativism is mistaken. I'm trying to get to the best point to talk. I think this is the best point that I could be talking at right here, around this section right there, a little bit. It's been a couple days, and I haven't eaten. I've been eating this lady's booty crack for I don't know how many days. Still trying to answer the fourth question: social groups. Relativism says that your morality is that of a social group that you belong to. Which social group then determines your moral standards? If you were in an 18th century Yapiva, brave living in what is now Arizona, that question would be easy to answer. But you're not. You're just not. And this question is vastly more difficult to answer in our 21st century society. Although the Yavipi no doubt shares a well-defined set of moral beliefs and practices, it is no longer true that any single set of beliefs or practices neatly characterize our whole society today. Imagine an American citizen who is a card-carrying union member as well as a child of the Catholic parents who came into New York 20 years ago from Mozambique. What social group does this person belong to? Arguably, she is a Catholic. Does that put her under the moral standard of the world's Catholics? Or should she be just that of the American Catholics? Being a labor union member, she may well be a Democrat. Is that her morality determining social group instead? Suppose this person also preserves many of the values and practices of her Moravi ancestors. Does this make her moral standard that of the Moravis? What if the Moravis moral values and beliefs conflict with those of the most other 21st century Americans or with Catholicism? It's quite common for a person today to belong to several distinct social cultural groups, each group being distinguished by different values, beliefs, and practices. Which social group defines that person's morality? There's no good reason to pick one group over the others, since this is true of most people in modern modern societies. Relativism can't assign any definite standard to most people. Either no moral standard holds for them, or several distinct standards, which may conflict, must all hold at once. Another possibility is that Marivi, female Catholic Union member, counts as a subgroup consisting of herself. But this solution turns relativism into subjectivism, which we have already rejected. In sum, if relativism were true, then the moral standards for many people in today's complex world would be undermined. This provides yet another reason for rejecting relativism. That's it. Dang, it took me 5 minutes.
You like a real suspect, bro. You like a real suspect. That's all I'm gonna say.
Nothing is safe, nothing